Aloha, Sherry here from Native Hawaiian Finds and Flips, and as you've seen in the thumbnail, we had to call the cops because we found bones. So Jeffrey, human bones, and ended up, the cops came, detectives came, come to find out whoever owned the unit had collected shells from the beach.
It started with bones.
Oh, she started collecting the bones. Anyway, they took the bones into
Land and Natural Resources.
Land and Natural Resources. Okay, so they took the bones. He found a child's jaw, so on and so on. So, found two teeth. We found more than one. We found teeth. So come to find out, it was bones from over 100 years ago, that Native Hawaiian bones that
the lady was picking off the beach.
Yes, the lady was picking off the beach, and it's due to, you know, our ocean washing all the sand away and whatnot. Hurricane Iniki. And then all the bones became exposed, and she was picking through it, and she took a lot. He found the child's jaw, and then he started finding human bones, so he had to call the cops. They had to come down, take it in, check it, come to find out it's over 100 years old. So it was given to someone to take it back to rebury. I think it was to the original family. How they find all this information out, I'm not sure. So anyway, we still have all these. And I'm sure we will find more bones. So anyway, we will find more bones and teeth, and hubby will take it to the person that will take it back to the original family. Oh, you have to call DNLR first. They'll call the Hawaiian family, and then they will bury it. So is this all we have left, or do we have more than this? Yes, we have a lot more boxes and stuff, because we had a lot, but these are what's left.
I got a lot of coral.
Okay.
Nice.
So we have to dig through it, and if we find any more bones or teeth, we need to return it. Otherwise, I do sell the shells on eBay. I have sold it. I haven't sold for a while, but I will get back to selling that. You want to say a little history about the lady that found the bones, and why did she pick it?
The lady was a big realtor here back in the 80s and 90s, and she went for a stroll down the old airport when it was barricaded because of the sand washed up on the runway, the old airport runway, along with hundreds of human bones, fragments and skulls and everything you can think of was scattered on the highway. This lady, I think her name was, she picked up a leg bone and on the runway and gave it to the Hawaiian family that was picking up all the bones, and she asked them if that was theirs, and it started from there. She I guess got some kind of curse, and she went to the beach almost every day to look for bones, and she ended up storing these bones for years in these big 30 by 10 foot lockers. And I came across all the bones mixed in with the shells. There were banker boxes full of bones, a blanket with a carcass on it.
Right, and I think it just by coincidence that throughout the time that we purchased 3 units, and the 3 units had belonged to her because it was at different facilities. But how we know it belonged to her is because we found her name in there,
And the banker
and
boxes.
we found
All banker boxes.
full of shells and whatnot. So this is, yeah, this is a lot of going through to make sure that we get the Hawaiians back to where they belong, back to their resting place. So, yeah. And then there was another storage unit, since we're talking about this, cops, detectives. There was another storage unit that we purchased, and there were canoe paddles in it.
Yes.
So hubby posted the canoe paddles on Craigslist. Well, the cops called him. They had to come, take all the paddles, because Canoe Club had called them and said that hubby stole the paddles. So hubby had all the evidence, you know, the newspaper clippings. He went to the storage facility. They printed out the pictures and that it was up for auction, and it shows in the pictures the canoe paddles. So he had to go to court. He went to court. He took all his evidence. When he told the judge he had all this evidence, the judge refused to see the evidence and said, "We set trial date." So now we had to go and hire an attorney. And the attorney had to fight it for him. So I don't know, what was the initial cost of that storage unit?
Well, the initial, I think it was around $350.
$350.
I probably made like $350, but then I have to hire the lawyer for $1,600.
Yeah. So then we had to pay
For my
$1,600
innocence.
to an attorney to prove that you didn't steal the canoe paddles. So this don't make sense to me. It should have been, they should have went back to the person who actually
Owned the unit.
owned the unit. But they went to the person who
bought
bought it
the unit
off
on
of an auction.
Public auction.
Public auction.
So be careful.
It doesn't.
I find drug labs. I also find drug labs.
Yeah.
I
So
find a lot
now, you know, it gets scary that you don't know what you should post or not post to sell. Because someone's going to call and say you stole from them. And you have all the evidence. So, I don't know. Our system sucks. I have no idea. Anyway, just wanted to show you folks all these shells that we are going to have to sit down and go through and
Look for teeth.
look for teeth and look for bones.
Bones.
We also found in those boxes of bones and teeth some gold jewelry. So a lot of it was sold on eBay. I sold it on eBay, but there's 2 pieces that I am keeping, and I'll show you. So it's 2 rings that I am keeping. Here is one of them, and it is stamped 14K, and it's also stamped Hawaii. So this is one of our Hawaiian queens. I really don't know exactly which Hawaiian queen, but I don't think you can see the stamp, but anyway, it is stamped 14K and stamped Hawaii. Beautiful ring. And this one is Pele, Tutu Pele, and again stamped 14K and stamped Hawaii. So these 2 pieces I am keeping. Also, when hubby had mentioned about curse, so maybe a lot of you have heard of how visitors would come over and they would take a stone or rock or something anyway from Hawaii, from the beaches or from the heiaus, and they'll go back home and things would happen. Whether it's somebody gets really sick or there's death and there's just so much bad luck happening, and then they're told that that needs to be returned. So they will mail it back. They contact wherever it is they contact, and the item is replaced back where they got it from, and things went well for them. So with this lady, she was a realtor, and she owned a lot of apartments and houses, and after all this, she lost everything. And today she lives in someone's garage. So yes, that's one of our culture beliefs, that there's certain things that you just leave alone. I mean, we pick shells, we make leis and whatnot, but there's, you know, the people are taking things from Hea, which is Hawaiian graves, and, you know, maybe around our volcano, that's Tutupele's house. And so that's what he meant by curse, in case anybody is wondering. But otherwise, I think it came to us for a reason, because we're returning it to the rightful family, and they can go and put their loved ones to rest again. I just wanted to mention about this. So mahalo for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, leave your comments down below. And until the next one, mahalo.